Hop on your surfboard and get ready to ride. Ride these waves, baby. Welcome to Mistful Musings with Morgana. Today, we are going to do a reading for Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And we're going to talk about some of the surrounding energies right now because they are a little challenging. And so let's dive in here. So first and foremost, 11:11 on the clock here. Hello, Master Manifester. So first and foremost, we are first day of Mercury retrograde. We have already been in the shadow period for about 2 weeks now, week or two. And we will be in Mercury retrograde pretty much for the entire month of March, and we'll have that shadow period after. So basically all of March will be a review process here. Okay, so Mercury retrograde in Pisces. What does that mean? Well, and everybody, I want to say too, everyone looks at retrogrades, Mercury retrograde, like, oh my gosh, my life is going to suck and all the bad things are going to happen. And it's just simply not true. There may be challenges, yes, for sure, to get you to slow down and stop and review, but it is not to punish you. There are lots of beautiful, abundant opportunities actually in Mercury retrograde if we look at it and use it right. So Mercury retrograde generally is all about the reviewing, restructuring, reorganizing, all of that stuff. And so it's a chance for us to review how we communicate, how we're moving along in our journeys, how we navigate with technology. And with that Piscean energy, it's water energy. Water is a great rememberer, right? It holds memory. Water is, I say, divine, rides along the moisture channels. So this is a space where we are deep in the womb of divine feminine, right? And so she remembers all. And so this is a chance to remember, recall times where we need to recalibrate our power perhaps, or reshuffle some emotions, or maybe re-examine how we move via intuition in our lives, right? Whether we're led by ego or whether we're led by intuition. So, and how we communicate that out to the world. And so this is a really great opportunity to dive into the emotional component of your psyche, of your energetic history, and recall certain things that perhaps you've been stuffing down that need attention. This is also a time to recalibrate your life path. We are coming up on the 3/3 portal, a lunar eclipse in Virgo. Okay, so we will talk about that for sure in more depth in a few days, but this is a big one. So we are preparing and we're reviewing, navigating not only that solar eclipse that activated the fire horse energy, but also adding an emotional water element to it, right? To cleanse, to let go, possibly even reclaim. So retrogrades have a reclamation portion to them. So perhaps there's a piece of you that needs to be reclaimed. Perhaps there's emotions that need to be reclaimed. This is a perfect time to do so. Now, second half of this, there's a lot of other things going on. We talked about kind of that funky energy that was trying to hijack our energy. Be careful of that, ground down. But also today, actually starting today, moving in tomorrow, we have Mars, the warrior, entering into a square with Uranus, which is the great awakener. And so when these two do a dance, we can feel some major, almost like earthquakes under our feet. We can feel some disruptive changes leading us to revolutions. And sure, this may happen on the exterior, the external environment, but more importantly, it's happening in the internal to shake things up. So where have we been participating in status quos, right? What needs to be updated? Where do we need freedom from situations that hold us down? Where are we denying ourselves our authenticity in order to keep the peace? So this situation really stirs some rumblings, about feeling secure. It really stirs some rumblings about where we box ourselves in, where we limit ourselves, right? So we may feel overstimulated. We may feel challenged. We may feel triggered in the way of what needs to get unearthed. And let me just say too, we're in the period of reviewing. So be cautious about taking that sword, the warrior, right? And charging forward, slicing off heads. That's not what it's about. It's about reviewing where these challenges are, where these inner stirrings of rumblings of coming back to home are, and then recalculating, right? Redistributing the energy, possibly reviewing where our emotions have contributed to our caged energy. All right. So we're reviewing all of this and then take a structured approach. A lot of people say don't start stuff during retrograde as well, but I say this too. Sometimes there are beautiful opportunities. And yes, that is the general advice, but we all need to flow with our own intuition. So if there are projects that you've started, dreams, wishes, other things that you've put into motion before this retrograde happened, go ahead and continue those things. This is not a time to stay stagnant. This is a time to slow down. This is a time to review. This is a time to plan and really dig deep into that shadow element and aspect of the Divine Mother, of the womb space, okay? All right, so let's jump into our actual cards. The first one we get here, that's another thing. I really felt dragon energy today. I really felt dragon energy this morning. And I was really called to bring out the rose and Mother Mary, and dragon is protector of the feminine line. And so there is this feminine rising quality within these waters. Ooh, I got chills, confirmation. And really reclaiming where you've been, repressed in that way. How can you get your crown back on your head? So I really felt called to pull my dragon deck today. And the first card we get is number 8. And we know that 8 is a karmic card. It's a card of strength, of flow, not force, of perseverance and patience. And of course, the card is persistence. And it talks about our legacy. Okay. So what are you doing with your energy? How are you contributing to your legacy work authentically? Or how are you taking away from that space? The constellation is Lyra, which if you've worked with me, I work a lot with the Lyrans, which are a galactic group. A very old galactic group, and they are protectors and keepers of the Akash. So they're really a special group, especially when it comes to our legacy, our soul work, why we're here. And this card is saying you came, you saw, you conquered, you persisted. Persistence means you keep going, no matter how many times you fall. No matter what crumbles down around you, you press on. And when the dust settles, you will still be standing. So keep going. This card is really asking you to question and review. What is your purpose in life? What's your legacy? What are you here to do? Persistence is key as you take action to secure your destiny in life. And ultimately, what are you going to leave for others? What are you going to pass on? So define your destiny. Your great legacy is calling. This is a beautiful time when you can review your great legacy in the Hall of Records, right? The Akash, and overcome the odds that are holding you back. So recall on how you can be victorious and reflect. And this is perfect because we are in literally the season of reflection on how you can be more persistent in your life and how that contributes to your soul work, why you came. I love that card. Okay. The next card we get here is Treasure Within. And I love this first and foremost. This woman has kind of her eyes covered, right? So she is not navigating with her physical eyes. Her third eye is lit up like a star, and she's navigating via her intuition, which is perfect because we are held by these intuitive Piscean waters, really connecting us with that deep inner wisdom and knowing within. And this card is saying treasure within, connect to your authentic self, and let your genuine heart lead you. The mantra for this card is, I stay true to my values. I love that. So it plays off this legacy card saying, what is your treasure within? Where are you connecting with your authentic self and your genuine heart, right? And as we're reflecting with this Mars square Uranus energy, where are you being caged in? Where are you allowing yourself to be caged in? Who is caging you in? How can you wiggle out of that? Retrograde is saying, let's review that. Let's review where we have sabotaged ourselves, right, in either conscious or unconscious ways, and really regain our power to make sure that we are on the track of our soul's purpose, right? So staying true to our values. And then the last angel card we get here is transition. Thank you for that reminder, angels, number 345. You are in a period of transition and change, so embrace new beginnings and trust the process of transformation unfolding in your life. And we see that, right? The walk of legacy is a long one. We don't just wake up one day, or some of us, most of us don't wake up one day and say, you know what? That's what we're going to do. You know, we know by 1, 2, 3, that's what we're going to do. Some of us do. I see that, you know, and I personally learned what I was going to do at a fairly young age. But most of us do not wake up and be like, well, that's my legacy work, and now we're going to get on it. No, we need life to mold us, right? We need the waters to teach us and inform us. And through these experiences, we gained wisdom pieces, right? And that allows us to clearly step on our path of legacy. And guess what? We all have a million different purposes and passions, and they all can contribute to our legacy. So if you are a person that has like 1, 2, 3, 500 different hobbies, good for you. They're all your legacy work, right? Just as long as you're flowing with your authentic heart and you're staying true to who you are, right? So this energy today is asking us to dip into that, stream of memory, that stream of emotion, and review where you are holding yourself back, review where you're caging yourself in, review where that warrior heart needs to gently hold the sword of truth to have a great awakening, have a little rebellion, stirring within your own divine waters, and see where you can step on the path of your own legacy. Your spirit's calling. You are in a transitional period. Be gentle and so kind to yourself. Shower yourself with love and compassion. And I just know that I am sending you lots of love. I love our community and I love you. And so let's chat. Drop a comment. How are you feeling this retrograde treating you? Because I know we've been in it for a minute. Do you know what your legacy is? If so, share it with us. We'd love to witness you and elevate your energy. Okay, friends, make sure to subscribe if you jive with my energy. It's helping our little baby channel get out to those people that really need to hear this message. I am wishing you lots of love and blessings. Take care.